come to our mats. Feel free to recline. I'm sitting up mostly in these videos because I feel like you can hear me better. So as you come to your mat, perhaps letting your eyes close, just notice your breath. And notice the reaction of your body as you bring your awareness to the breath. Even the conversation that we've been having for the last 10 minutes, it's unsettling. And we can feel that energy in our cells. And we come to our practice today to withdraw, tap into something that is settled. Knowing that the full expression of our being sits in both worlds, sits in all that is unsettled, and hopefully has a piece that is settled. So perhaps you're noticing today just where you are on that continuum, from feeling settled and grounded and easeful to the continuum of stress response. And if you wanted to just give yourself sort of a percentage, a grade out of 100, what we'll do is we'll just check in again at the end of class and see if our practice has had influence on where we sit on that continuum. And then come back to your breath. Feel that inhale and exhale. Notice the smoothness and the length. Notice if there's a difference between one side of the breath and the other. Good. So if you are reclined right now, you're going to draw your knees into your chest, do some rolls, bring yourself slowly back up to seated. And if you're seated, you can let yourself do spinal rotations. Whatever direction you've chosen to go, moving the opposite. And from seated, let's transition to our hands and knees pose. Getting ready for some cat and cow. Taking whatever position you need through your fists, through your palms, lifting head and tailbone, and arching spine. Remember to move with the fluidity of your breath. As the chest pulls forward, drag your shoulders away from your ears. As your tailbone tucks under, feel your body press the shoulder blades towards the sky. Maybe you experience your cat-cow today in terms of how those shoulder blades are able to slide on the back body. Perhaps you're only moving the tailbone in a small range of motion. If there's any discomfort in the low back, you might be making that choice. Nice. Okay, for me, it's my left leg out to the side, and I'm just gonna sink back and pull back forward. Sink the hips back towards the heel and pull back up, and just feel the movement that you're creating in through the hips. Putting that grounded knee, for me, my right knee, wherever it needs to be for comfort. Nice. Now change legs. Taking the opposite leg out to the side. Sliding the hips back towards the heels. And bringing that knee back into center. Now walk your hands forward. This time we're going to bring the body through cat and cow position, tabletop. The hips sink down towards the mat. Shoulders pull away from ears. Push back up and sink backwards. Beautiful. Nice back bend as you come forward. Long spinal extension as you sink back. Two more. Everyone meet back in center and bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Pick up your left knee and then just do 3 circles out to the side. Whatever direction you've chosen, do 3 circles now in the opposite direction. Change, putting that knee down. Right knee lifts. 3 circles. Change directions. And knee comes down. Good. Pressing into index finger and thumb, back toes curl under. Feel the stretch of the backs of your toes as you try and connect them down into the mat. Lift up the knees, roll onto the balls of your feet. The tailbone stretches to the sky. Play with the paddling of your heels. Push in through your hands, feeling like the floor presses away from you and your whole body reaches up through your sit bones. Good. Gaze to the thumbs, bend your knees, walk those feet forward. Inhale, tabletop, fold down, hands come all the way up to the sky. Drop them down to your heart. Breathe in, reach hands up. Breathe out for a forward fold. Inhale, tabletop. Nice work. Exhale, forward fold. Sweet. Inhale, hands up. And we'll step back with our right foot. Let's do all the way to a lunge. Sinking the left knee forward, pushing through that back heel. Settle your hips down towards the ground. Nice. And then just straighten and bend your front knee. Keeping the movement really smooth. Just feeling like you've just tightened all the nuts and bolts in that knee. Keep the front knee bent now. Bend and straighten the back knee. It won't go as far. Good. Good. And then gaze forward, press off the back toes, and step the back foot to meet the left. Inhale, hands come all the way up to the sky. Exhale for a deep forward fold. Long, flat back. Release on an exhale, hands to sky. Left foot steps back as you drop your hands to your heart, lunge on the left. Sink into that front knee. Push through the back heel. And then begin to straighten and bend that front knee. Notice if you feel differences between the right side and the left side. Shore up. Tighten all the nuts and bolts in that front knee. Only move in a range of motion that feels like you have control. Good, keep that front knee bent now. Small bends into the back knee. Bending and straightening, not all the way necessarily. Straightening a little bit that back knee. Good. Good muscle building there. Gaze forward, press off those back toes. Step left foot to meet right. Inhale, hands to sky. Deep forward fold. Long, flat back. Nice release. Hands to sky. Nice. So bring your fingertips down beside you now. Big forward fold, tent the hands, then step back with the right foot and drop the right knee. Good. From here, bring fingertips up to the thigh. Some of you might even feel like fingertips can go to the sky. Breathe here, breathe here. Now let the whole body just sink forward. Deep bend into that front knee. Long stretch into the back hip. Beautiful. Pressing the legs back up to center. Hands come back down. Left hand stays on thigh. Right hand can go to the floor and just twist, lifting that left shoulder up. Some of you might find that the top hand can go to the sky. Some of you will leave it on the thigh. Breathe. The beauty of Zoom classes, hey, you can modify however you want and you don't have to worry about who sees. Love it. Everything comes down. So fingers tent again, back toes curl under. Lift that back heel. Just feel that for a second. That's a tough pose. Pushing through the back heel. Take a step forward, bringing the right foot to meet the left, and step back with your left foot, dropping the knee to the floor. Uncurl the toes. Breathe in, hands to thigh. Breathe in, fingers possibly to ceiling. Allowing the hips to just sink forward. Breathe. Deeper bend in the front knee. Long stretch through that front left hip flexor. Hands come back down to the thigh. This time the left hand tents or grounds onto the floor, right hand on the thigh. Turn your chest and open, possibly fingers to ceiling. 2 more breaths. Nice work. Fingers come back down to the floor. Curl your back toes under. Lift the knee. Push through that back heel. Just feel the stretch of that back leg stretching away from the hip socket. Good. Tent fingers. Left foot steps forward. Tabletop. Fold down. Inhale, fingers all the way to the sky. Just clasp your hands above your head. You can have as much bend in the elbow as you want. And lean. Back up to center and lean the other way. Breathe in. Let yourself fold. Perhaps you're going to hold it a little bit. Taking a full breath in the bend, in the side bend. Nice. And those hands release down. Sweet work. Step back with your right foot now into the warrior one pose. Our left knee bends. Your hands come up to cactus. Feel the shoulder blades pull away from the spine and squeeze them back together. Once you've got your arms moving, allow yourself to add that front knee again. Yeah. Long, smooth breath. Nice. Hands come to heart, back foot steps forward. Inhale, hands up to sky. Exhale, stepping back with the left foot, bending into the front knee, hands come up. This time the movement is up and down. Feel shoulder blades sliding on the back body. And then begin to let front knee be involved. Yeah. Nice. Elbows come down, hands sweep over to your heart. Take the back foot and let yourself step forward. Inhaling, fingers all the way up to the sky. Exhale for that deep forward fold. Long, flat back. Nice. Deep bend into the knees, hands plant, move to plank pose. Shoulders over top of wrists. Push through the heels. Now, let's do a side plank. So I'm going to drop my right knee, roll to the side of the left foot, let top hand lift to sky, or maybe just to my hip. Choose if you want to extend that top leg. Breathe here. Push through the bottom hand, lift through the top fingers. Reach through the back heel, stretch through the crown. Nice work. Exhale and come down. Let's do the other side. Left knee grounds, right foot reaches back behind you. Top hand to sky or to hip. Choosing if you lift that back leg. Reach. Extend your body in all four directions. Let the breath stretch in all four directions. Good work. Exhale as you come down and then move to your downward dog. Back toes curl under, downward dog. Your eyes float forward to the thumbs, knees bend, feet walk to hands, tabletop, fold down, fingers go to sky. Sweet work. Hands drop to heart and then separate your feet wide. You can be long on your mat or face the camera, whatever suits you best in your house. Both sets of toes are facing forward to start. Shoulders roll down the back. Hands reach and then clasp. As you pull the thumbs down, keep your front ribs relaxed. Feel the shoulders pulling from the ears, but not the chest flaring forward. Good. Fold forward. Keep the spine long, like the distance between your pubic bone and collarbones is extending. Your chin stays soft. Beautiful. Breathe here. Nice. Firm press into the feet. Let yourself come all the way back up. Releasing the hands to the hips. Turn your right toes and face them out. Sink into that right knee. Good. Shoulders roll down your back. Let the fingers stretch out. Take a moment to just find this warrior two position. Reaching your back fingers further. Pulling your spine more upright by taking that back hand towards the back edge of your mat. Breathe. Nice. Nice. Let's flow a little bit here. So back hand can go down, front fingers reach up, flow back to warrior two, and then stretch past warrior two to extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two, back up, exalted, warrior two, extended side angle, warrior two. Nice, one more time. Up, center, forward, center. Yeah. Push that front leg into a straight position. Drop your hands. Both sets of toes face forward. Let's take the left toes out to the side. Sink into that left knee. Find your distance between hip or heels. Dropping into that front knee. Shoulders relax down. Extend your arms. Breathe. Push through those back fingers. Breathe, breathe. Back fingers drop to back thigh. Open top ones up to sky. Warrior two. Shift to extended side angle. Warrior two. Up. Yeah. Just let that flow start to feel nice in the body. Breathe. Nice. One more up. Back to warrior two. Extend your side angle. Back to warrior two. Hands release as you straighten that left knee. Both sets of toes point forward. Good. Keep hands connected to pelvis. And then as you fold forward, you're picturing the tailbone being pulled behind you. Like the fisherman's fishing rod, drawing that tailbone back. The front side of your body stays long. Choosing if the fingers want to drop to the floor or not. If you've discovered you want to you're using blocks in your house, go ahead. Fingers ground. Chin releases, head hangs heavy. 2 more breaths in whatever version of a forward fold feels good in your body. Some of you might be staying in a tabletop. Nice work. And then gently walk your hands over to your right toes, or maybe it's your right shin. Maybe it's your right thigh. Just pull a little bit extra through the left fingers, just stretching diagonally across the back body, down the left arm. And then release over to the other side. Pull gently through the right arm. Long extension through the side body. Good work. Back to center. Knees bend a little bit gently. Bring the feet in a bit till they feel like they're supporting you. Hands to hips. Slide the body all the way up. Bring the heels in so your toes will point out. And then sink down into a bit of a squat there. Slide your back down an imaginary wall. Just picture that you've put the hips, shoulders, back of your skull against that wall, and then bring your elbows and your wrists up to that same spot. Goddess pose, sinking into goddess. Pull the thighs towards the back wall. Breathe, pull the back of the arms and the wrists and the skull to that back wall. Breathe. Fingers stretch all the way up to the sky. Hands release to the hips. Heels step the feet all the way together till they touch. Slide down that imaginary wall again. Hands on pelvis, keeping it neutral as you drop into your chair pose. Feel the length between your tailbone and the crown of your head. Just let the crown rise as your shoulders soften. Let go of your hips, arms hang, and then let the fingertips lead out in front of you. Pulling those shoulders down the back, only lifting the hands as far as they feel like they can move without pulling the rib cage. Breathe without arching the back. Keeping the tailbone feeling heavy, the low back relaxed, quads working hard. Breathe here. Breathe here. Breathe here. Beautiful. Hands come all the way up to the sky. And then as you bring the palms down to the heart, you're going to sink into that chair again. Left elbow to right knee. Inhale up, stretch to the sky. Sink into your chair, hands to heart, right elbow, left knee. You don't have to touch, you're just going in that direction. Long extension. Sink down. Connect one elbow towards the knee. Come back to chair, sweep all the way up. Sink down. Twist. Come back. Extend up. Sink down. So it's 3 parts, okay? Twist. Come back to chair. Extend the chair. Chair. Twist. Chair. Extension. One more each side. Chair. Twist. Chair. Extension. There we go. Chair. Twist. Chair. Extension. Nice work. If you have a wall or a piece of furniture or anything close to you, take a nice long stretch. Fold forward with your hands on the wall or the top of a chair. And just press into that nice, long, flat back. Perhaps you'll even drop into your knees and push the bum out a little bit more. Just notice that on your low back, releasing any of the tension that that chair sequence might have created. Straightening the legs, lifting yourself away from the chair, the wall, coming back up. Nice work. Starting to feel a little bit of heat in the body. All good. Stand feet together again. Getting ready to do tree. Left foot stays connected. Shoulders stay soft. Right knee bends, opens to the side, and slides up. Yeah. Pull that left hip in, lengthening it up. Hands come all the way up to the sky. Breathe. Breathe. You know what? I said hands come all the way up to the sky, but you know me well enough to know that you can do whatever you want. Just stabilize your gaze. Yeah. Steady your breath. And then release that right foot down to the floor. Getting ready to do your left. Right foot stays connected, shoulders soft, knee lifts, opens to side, connects. Breathe. Inhale, fingers come all the way up to the ceiling. Breathe. Steady gaze, steady your breath. Just let yourself hang out here a bit today. Our balance just helping us kind of tune into that idea of where we sit on the spectrum from grounded to imbalanced, stressed, kind of disturbed. And then let your hands release and that foot come back down to the floor. Spend a moment just finding your Tadasana. Long, slow connection. Feeling the breath move from heart, lungs down to fingertips and feet. Feeling the breath move from heart, lungs to the soles of the feet and the top of the head. Perhaps you're just feeling it radiate three-dimensionally from your center to your most distal points. The expansion in every direction with each inhale. Notice yourself standing now. Notice the groundedness. Notice if you've changed how settled you feel. Good. I'm just going to reorient so I face the front edge of my mat again. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale for a deep forward fold. Hands to shins for a long, flat back. Deepen your knee bend. Plant your palms. Allow yourself to step back to plank. Push through the shoulders, choosing if you're dropping to your knees or just sliding gently to the floor with your elbows grazing your ribs. Plant the front body. Uncurl the toes. Roll the shoulders down the back and keep the hands soft beside the chest. Gaze is down, neck is relaxed. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale and release. So you can stay here with hands beside your chest. Alternately, you're welcome to let hands wing out to the sides, palms down, and feel the backs of the wrists and the feet peel up off the floor at the same time as you lift your chest. You get to lift the legs as well. You can choose which version, just really bringing nice contraction into the back body against gravity. Good. Last one. Nice work. When you land back down again, bring those hands to crisscross under your forehead. Drop your forehead. Soles of your feet go to the sky and swing them right and left. Massage your low belly on the floor. Release the low back. Good. Curl those toes under. Plant your hands beside your shoulders. Press to tabletop. 2 cat and cows. Just to neutralize those back bends. And then separate your knees a little bit so that you can release towards a child's pose. Some of you may still want a downward dog. Breathe. Sit bones stretching towards heels. Or if you're in downward dog, sit bones towards the sky. In either case, they pull away from the grounded palms. 2 more breaths. And then from hands and knees, take your feet over to one side, set your bum down, and bring those feet out in front of you. Just a quick floor sequence. Knees bend, spine tall, shoulders rolled back, getting ready for boat. Leaning back, hands behind thighs. Find your version, 1 foot at a time, perhaps both. Maybe hanging on, maybe letting go with your hands. Breathe. 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 And then release. Crisscross the legs. Allow yourself to do deep circles. And as you circle the body, feel yourself sort of stretch into each hip. Whatever direction you've gone, change directions. Nice work. As you release from that, put your feet back on the floor and slide your whole back body onto the mat. Head releases onto the floor. Right knee pulls into chest. Just squeeze it tight. Pull the toes back towards you. Stretch the foot to the sky. Turn the whole thigh into an external rotation. Drop the heel onto the left leg. Press the right thigh away from you. Lift the left foot or just come onto the left tippy toes. Pulling that thigh into your chest. Breathing. Left foot steps down onto the floor. Apparatus of your legs falls left. Right shoulder stays grounded. Right arm reaches out to the side. Breathe as you allow yourself to gently fall. Prop that body however it needs to. You can put a couch cushion underneath the left side if you like. And then slowly bring the knees back to center. Right foot stretches to sky, toes pull down towards you, and set them on the floor. Good. Okay, left knee pulls to chest, wrap your fingers, squeeze it tight. Pull the toes back towards you. Push through the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Externally rotate that thigh. Drop the heel onto the right thigh. Push the left thigh away from you. Gently lift onto the right toes or lift the whole right foot off the floor. Breathe into that stretch. Right foot lands back down on the floor. The apparatus of your legs falls right. Keep your left shoulder relaxed to the floor. Prop that twist as much as you need to underneath the foot and the right leg. Breathe. All the way down the side body. And inhale, knees come up to center. We extend that left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Pull the toes down towards you. Breathe. Setting the foot onto the floor. Heels walk up close to the hips. Now, if you know that back bends are not fun for you, then you might be ignoring this version. We're going to just lift the hips up. My arms are open wide, like airplane wings. You could also have them in cactus pose, or you can let those arms drape above your head. The hips can lift a centimeter or they can lift a foot. Pressing the front body up towards the ceiling. The chest might feel like it rolls towards the chin. The hips press directly to the sky. You can feel the engagement through the soles of your feet, and as you press the soles of the feet, you can feel how the legs move support, engaging all the way into the bum cheeks. Drop your fingers to the hip flexor and then bend and crease that hip flexor deeply to lower the hips back down to the ground. Both knees can come into your chest. Maybe ankles cross. Just do small circles, rotating around the distance of the low back. From tailbone to mid back, from hip to hip. Go both counter and clockwise. Sweet. And then as you release that, feet come to floor. You can choose if you want to let the soles of the feet come together and knees open wide, or if the opposite feels better, knees tent together, feet widen to the edges of the mat. Checking in on where you sit on the continuum of stability. One end feeling grounded, stable, calm, easeful. The other end feeling the opposite of those things. And notice if your benchmark, your barometer has changed at all through your practice. Please let yourself count the next 8 breaths. Allowing this time for your body to just move around. You have done the work of opening and creating space for breath to move into every corner. And so repair and restoration can happen now in your stillness. If you get to 8 breaths, let yourself have 5 more. Now, if this is a perfect jumping off point for meditation, then please just reach over, press stop, and move into whatever supports you for meditation. Seal off your practice with a nice deep inhale and exhale if not. Invite whatever worked, whatever sensation, whatever you found in this practice today that was positive, invite that to come with you out into your day. Beginning movement. Bringing yourself back up to seated when you're ready. Long, slow breath. Namaste. Yay.